Hello everyone, I am Addy, also known as that1cl0ud, and this is Just Crow Things. It is a wonderfully cute indie game made by Unbound Creations, and yeah, you basically get to be a crow and ruin everyone's day, especially by pooping on them. That is a very important mechanic. But yeah, I will get more into explaining the game as we go along here, so time will start on the fade out of the menu screen, which I will do my best to give a countdown for. So it should be in about 3, 2, 1, and go. Alright, so right off the bat here we have a little tutorial on just how to play the game, and we're introduced to Grandma Crow, who is just showing us the basic movements of the game, flying, swooping, and she gives us these sweet little pair of glasses, and we had to give her an item to add to her nest, and now we're going to fly out of this area. And this is going to bring us into the tutorial area, although of course we're speedrunners, so we don't have time for the tutorial, so we're just going to spam through these extra little tips here and exit right out of the tutorial. Normally we're supposed to meet a bunch of different characters, but like I said, we don't have time for that. And now we get a cute little cutscene. We're just flying through the forest, and then we're stopped by an evil, scary group of crows. And basically, they don't think that we're cool enough to be wearing these sunglasses that our grandmother gave to us, so they just take them from us. And now basically the goal of the game is to just go get those glasses back. Because, you know, those glasses are a very special pair of glasses to us. And onto the menu here, we are going to head into our first actual level, which is Quaint Town. And after our grandma talks to us again, briefly, we'll fly over here and begin one of the many quests on this level. Poop on some cars, and then we'll meet all these characters. That is Squirrel Mama. She almost always loses her kids, except we never have time to actually help her find her kids. That's Peacock. Peacock's a wannabe social media influencer, so we gotta help him find golden trinkets. That's Hedgehog. They always like to cause chaos. And then we'll meet some other characters here. As we help out Peacock here, we want to run into these people with suitcases because they drop coins, and there's also another quest for the Hedgehog to blow away humans with a leaf blower, but of course we're not actually going to use a leaf blower, because why would we do that when we can just, you know, ram right into them. I do need to find one other person with a briefcase, which should, in theory, be right here. There we go. Alright, so we got that quest done, and then we got Peacock's quest done, so now we are going to go over and meet the lemur, who wants us to spray paint a bunch of mailboxes, but that takes too long, so we're going to ignore him. Go over to this other hedgehog here, who wants us to crash his party down in the park, because, you know, the park belongs to the hedgehog, not the partygoers. And then this is Ponyhawk. Ponyhawk's the main person who, if you ever see a race in a level, Ponyhawk will always be there. And we'll do some races. Now, don't worry about this mysterious orange object. It's not a fish. But we essentially are trying to lead the cat over, and sometimes, for some reason, the fish never actually lures the cat, so I just want to make sure that that actually did begin to lure the cat over, and now we can actually crash the party. And you'll see here I am also collecting different kinds of poop, because of course there's different kinds of poop. There's one that you saw me grab, which basically gives our flight an extra boost. And then this one gives us infinite poop, so we can more easily poop on all the humans. And now the party has been crashed as we set the bush ablaze, and now we get to talk to the mice here, who wanted us to lure that cat under the water. And that will be the Quaint Town. So very fast-paced, definitely a lot going on all at once, but It's quite easy to follow along. This is Maggie. She's our rival for the game. I kind of forgot why, because I never pay attention to the story after I play through the game once. But yeah, she's our rival. And now we are in ancient Egypt, and this cat wants to become the new emperor. So we're going to grab some flight booster over here, and we are going to just go knock the headrest off the pharaoh and grab it for the cat. So that way we have a objectively much better emperor for ancient Egypt here. So we'll give him the headrest, and then now we just got to fly the cat over to the temple, and in you go, and fly out, and now we have to go grab the moon. Or I think it's the sun. One of the two. We have to fly past these sand tornadoes. Very important not to run into them, because if you do run into them, then you get sent back. Yeah, it hits the sun. So the sun's been trapped in a cage. We'll fly down closer to the ground because that makes it nighttime, and when it's nighttime, the tornadoes are not present. And if we, you know, it makes it a lot easier to not accidentally run into a tornado and get sent back to the beginning. We'll place the sun down there. This is a mysterious blue object, but we're going to give it to Big Mama, the cat, so she can return to her original size. And we're going to grab another flight booster over here, and we're going to grab a clarinet, so that we can lead the goats out of their pen to the sky. The goats will follow us to the market, so we can make everyone at the market freak out, because why not? We're just bringing them some lovely goat friends, you know? So we'll just slowly guide them over here. Then we'll grab the sun again, and we'll fly all the way over to this temple here. And we have to make it nighttime to get this unlocked. And then try to put some of these faces on a couple of platforms. We are warned of the dangers here, but there's nothing really that dangerous. So we'll fly into the tornado and we'll end the level, but we won't exit out just yet because we gotta wait for the quest to count as complete, so that we can get all the crow points, which I completely forgot to mention. Crow points are like the main crow points are what you get for completing objectives in each level, and you need at least 100 to actually clear each level. Now we're going to head over to a campsite here, and we'll do our first little race over here, just to give us some extra crow points for funsies. We'll fly around the little campsite here, and then we'll talk to the camp guard. And they want us to extinguish a bunch of campfires, so of course we'll start out by putting out their campfire, because, well, you know, they never said which campfires. And then we will continue flying over here, and now, uh-oh, this hedgehog had their sibling go missing. So we're gonna grab the flashlight, and we have a bunch of these little shadow creatures here that we have to get rid of with our flashlight. So we'll turn on a generator over here, ignore all the shadow-possessed objects to the best of our ability. They'll push us around a bit, but they're pretty easy to avoid. And then the hedgehog's over here, so we just gotta get rid of all the shadowy objects in this area. So that way the hedgehog feels safe enough to be free, essentially. We don't really do anything after we get rid of all the shadowy creatures. We just talk to them, and then they're like, wow, thanks for saving me, and then that's it. Now this shadow is a nice shadow, and they don't like they don't like being a mean shadow anymore. So we're gonna clear the hut of all the shadows and not accidentally kill this guy with our flashlight. So we'll face away from him, and then that is all we need for the flashlight. We'll do one more race over here, which will bring us to our last objective and our last campfire as well. So we'll grab a dinosaur bone now, because Peacock is here, and Peacock wants to see a completed dinosaur to take a photo and post it to social media. Thanks, Peacock. You're really great commentary on really great commentary on today's society. But anyway, now we are going to just grab bunch of these fossilized bones, if I can actually put them in the correct order. I never... There we go. Alright. Talk to Peacock. And we will get out of the camp level. Alright, so that was the camp, and now we're going to head over to Riviera. So the evil group of crows will return after the loading screen. They're basically just like saying like, haha, you'll never catch up to us. But don't worry, we will. We're gonna grab the fly booster over here again, talk to the hedgehog who wants us to cause even more crow chaos. Love that for us. We'll fly over here and we'll begin a detective case, because apparently we used to be a really good detective. So we're like, you know what, we promised to retire, but we'll just do one more case for fun. So we're going to ignore the police officers, and we'll do the quest ourselves. And I don't know why I dropped that, because I actually did that. So we're just solving a case of, like, where the heck did this piece of fabric come from, essentially. Why? I don't know. The cat says it wasn't them. So now we're going to fly over to the pier and go find a guy with a red scarf. If I can grab this. We also want to shatter some flower pots. So that's what I'm going to try to get rid of here. Just some flower pots. And there are also going to be people with hot dogs. And we want to swipe the hot dogs from their hands. Because, you know, we're crows. I think we're better off having those hot dogs than they are. I need my regular poop to return, because I also need to poop on cars. Find someone else with a hot dog. There's like no one with a hot dog juice. There we go. I'm gonna get the guy with the red scarf. He'll run away, and then he'll drop a letter. And we basically find out it's just like a really cheesy love letter. Yeah, we'll fly over here, and now we get to create a masterpiece of art. Fly up this plank here, and it's actually, you kind of have to like spam the triggers up here, because it is it's basically right up to the ceiling limit. So we'll just draw a line, and then you know, we'll gaze at our wonderful piece of art as we shatter some more flower pots, poop on another car, and talk to the mouse over here. And I'm keeping the paintbrush in my hand, because for this quest it actually makes it a lot easier if you have the paintbrush in your hand to basically get all these apples out of the sands. So we have that done. We'll shatter a couple more flower pots. There we go. And we'll talk to Mousatoodle. And that's that. So now we'll investigate the grassy park, and that's the case solved. So now we can end the level early to skip a bunch of dialogue that normally takes forever to skip. Now we will head over to the fantasy level, and I'm going to spam the left and right triggers at the start of this level just to skip a little bit of dialogue. There we go, I did it. This is also another totally random rotten object. Not a fish, guys, trust. So there's a cave monster here, and they're pretty sad. So we're gonna give them the rotten fish so they can throw up. So basically the story of this level is the cats and the dogs are basically at war with each other. So we're going to help out the cats for the most part, because it's just quicker to help out the cats, and also cats are better than dogs. So we pooped on some dog soldiers, and now we're going to burn their farm, and poop on the dogs again to make sure they actually get hit. Now we're going to grab a letter intended for the Cat King, except actually bringing it to the Cat King takes way too long, so we're going to betray the cats real quick and bring this over to the dogs. I'm going to fly over here just to avoid all their arrows, because they are shooting arrows at us now, since we're basically declared that we're an enemy of the dogs, even though we're at least giving them the letter. So we'll spam through a bunch of dialogue, and basically cats almost fully won, except since we didn't do all the cat quests. We can do like basically either option, make either side win, or we can make no sides win, except that's boring, so we're going to make the cats win. Bring the banner of the dogs over there, and now we get to sit through a nice little ending cutscene. We figure out basically where the dogs went, since the cats won. Flee into the cold darkness of the mines. They don't have a farm anymore, because we burned it. Haha. They didn't need the food anyway. Yeah, so that guy is related to, actually bringing the letter to the Cat King. You're supposed to bring it to the guy in the tower to, you know, because that's the only cat that can read, but they refuse to read it. The cats don't have any food now, though, since we did burn the farm, but it's okay because the Cat King, can dance, interpretively. So, you know, that's okay. That will cure their hunger. This is also the only level where, you only need 50 crow points to, beat the level. Because 100 crow points would be, making the cats win and then making the dogs win. We're doing, like, any combination of the 3 different endings. Now we're going to the moon, because it is not, it's not an Unbound Creations game if you don't go to the moon. So we'll go over here, grab a fly booster, not send the canister, flying, whatever. Did not mean to take a screenshot, by the way. I was trying to get the map up. But now we have to just find a bunch of moon crystals here. So that's why I have the map up, just so I can make sure I'm going to the correct general location of where I need to go for these crystals. Okay, that one's right over there. This next one should be right by the farm. Because of course you have to have a farm on the moon. Why not? So we complete part 1 of that quest, except then the sheep's like, okay, but like, what if you found even more crystals? So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go find even more crystals. Except we'll drop the metal detector right there, and we'll grab a lightsaber, and we'll fly over to the farm, and we'll set these tents on fire with the lightsaber, so that way they have a source of water, because apparently there's water under there. So now they have a food source on the moon. Grab another fly booster, and we'll grab the metal detector again and grab the last 2 moon crystals. The next one should be right over here between these craters-ish, or rather in that crater, and then the last one is right there. So yay, we found all the moon crystals, and now the sheep is like, oh my god, we are rich. Because we found so many moon crystals. Now we're in a spaceship and we get to help a computer that's been broken, so we're gonna take the wrench out of it, skip through some more dialogue. For some reason it thinks we're the captain. I guess we are the captain now. Grab the wrench, fix the broken reactor, skip through some more dialogue, and then now we gotta go find the core, which is just in this room over here. And we'll put it in the computer, and that will be the moon level. There we go. Now we get to head to New York, which is actually just called the Big Apple. So we'll sit through another loading screen. This is supposed to be like one of the longest levels in the game, I think, but you know, it's all good. So this time, the kids of Squirrel Mama have lost their mother, so now we have to actually go find their mother. But also we gotta eat a steak, because I mean, like, come on, you can't come to the Big Apple without eating a steak. I am stuck behind a bench. Okay. Let's not get stuck behind a bunch of buildings, and let's go find the Squirrel Mama. I also recently discovered that those acorns on the ground there, explode. I had a run die because I dropped an acorn. It exploded, and Squirrel Mama disappeared, and I couldn't complete the quest, so that was fun to learn. Now we're gonna go over to Maggie here, and Maggie's like spray painted her face everywhere, so we're just gonna cover that up with our own little logo that we apparently have. I don't know when we got this logo, but it's pretty neat, so we're just gonna cover up all of Maggie's not so great pieces of art, and we'll just cover it with, you know, our glorious face everywhere. So that's done, and now we get to talk to the mice, and these group of mice are a bunch of conspiracy theorists. I wish I was joking, but no, that's their entire gimmick. They are just conspiracy theorists. So we're gonna explode the pigeons because the pigeons, as we all know, are just spying on us. And we talked to Maggie because Maggie's like, hey, you know what? You're actually pretty cool. I don't know where I'm going. So now Maggie is friends with us, and we're gonna go back to the mice, and they're gonna give us a camera to go take a photo of a secret business meeting, which is right here. Grab a photo of that, and then if I cannot get stuck on a building again, I'm doing really bad at not getting stuck on buildings, but we'll take the subway, which will teleport us right back over to the mice here. We're gonna grab a bat because we're gonna need it for the next quest. I'm also going to take another fly booster if I can actually grab it. There we go. Alright, so now we just got to whack the pipelines and release whatever this mysterious green gas is, because it's part of another conspiracy theory. So we'll hit one more pipe over here. If I can hit it, there we go. Fly back over to the mice, and they're like, wow, thank you for being such a help to us for proving these conspiracy theories. And now to finish off, we are going to do one last race. So we'll just fly through these hoops here. I can actually hit the hoops. Just go around this little area here, and through that hoop, and that is the big apple. Alright, now we are moving on to the finale, because yeah, this game is very short. So we'll fly over to the finale here, spam through some more dialogue. I'll explain after the loading screen. Basically, we run into the group of crows again, and they have this giant nest, and they have this plan to, like, make the largest nest in the whole world. And then, like, you know, they're talking down to us because they're like, you know, oh, you're never gonna get these glasses back. But then all of our animal friends come out, and they're like, stop being rude. We're gonna help Crowy. So now we have to build the tallest nest in the world. Just to, like, you know, prove to those evil group of crows that we are capable. So basically these Squirrel Mama and Maggie will throw a bunch of objects to us, except we're only going to take objects from the Squirrel Mama. Why? I don't know. That's just the route. But yeah, we're going to stack up a tower here, and eventually cats will start to come along and try to destroy our tower. And I did discover last night what actually happens when you let a cat get too close, because I've never actually let a cat get too close, and it turns out they just knock off the top object of your tower, so they kind of make it annoying. Okay, that is not where I wanted that piece of corn to go, but whatever. And we'll get objects that are related to, like, a bunch of past levels. Okay, I'm doing really bad at actually throwing stuff on the tower. Doing so bad at throwing that I'm throwing the run. There we go. Alright. So yeah, as I was saying, we'll get a bunch of items related to past levels, including some levels that we did not see. Oh my god, how could you give us a fish? It's no fish. What are you doing, Squirrel Mama? You're not supposed to give us that. Don't you know it's no fish? But anyway, now that we've reached 6 meters tall, actually no, it's raining now for some reason. I don't know why. I did not mean to throw that log down there. Yeah, we'll have the cats coming after us for a bit. It's once we reach 8 meters that we basically get guaranteed safety from the cats, and we don't have to worry about them anymore. I mean, for the most part, you usually don't have to worry about them because they don't really do anything. I really am bad at throwing things on the top of the tower. There we go. Alright, now we have guaranteed safety from the cats and all of our animal friends that we've met, and also all the animal friends in the levels that we didn't play. They're also here, so they just, like, you know, kind of fade into the screen as we, like, you know, remember all the friends we made along the way. And we're just gonna keep building up to the clouds, and that was a lot faster than normal. Yeah, so that is the end of the finale, and we'll spam through a bunch more dialogue. And they basically just give up the glasses to us, and they're like, and all of our friends are like, oh my god, you did it, good job. And our grandma even returns, they're like, wow, look at all the friends you made. I'm so proud of how you've come. I'm so proud of how far you've come, Loco. I can't believe I messed up saying the last line. But yeah, get ready on time. We'll fly over to the finish, and time will be on the fade-in of the ending screen in 3, 2, 1, and time. There we go. Alright, so that was Just Crow Things by Unbound Creations, a wonderfully, beautifully, short but sweet, chaotic little game. I adore this game so much. Unbound Creations games, they're games I've played for years. Rain on Your Parade was one of their first, it was the first game of theirs that I played. I ran that for a couple of years, and that was awesome. And then they also made Leaf Blower Man. Those two games are kind of similar to this game. Rain on Your Parade, you're a cardboard cloud and you get to cause chaos, and then Leaf Blower Man, you're a leaf blower person, and you have to save humanity from leaves. Not a joke. But yeah, they make a lot of like cute, silly little indie games like this, and they also have their Headliner series, which is like, you know, a bit more mature, but it's also pretty fun. But yeah, yeah, that's the run.
Alright, excellent. Thanks so much for that. Have you got any more shout-outs before we go to our next intermission?
Yeah, shout out to Kubazor, the main developer over at Unbound Creations. He is a wonderful supporter of speedrunners. He is a wonderful person to talk to. He's amazing. Shout out to Oreo, my main rival for almost 4 years now, and a good friend of mine. And Keiichi, the world record holder in pretty much every category in this game, and rest of the Unbound Creation speedrunning community. But yeah, if you want more of me, I'm that1cl0ud on pretty much everything. I don't really stream that much, but you know, I stream occasionally. But yeah, that is about it.
Okay, fantastic. Thanks so much for that, Ron Eddie. Coming up next, stay tuned. We're going to go to another intermission, but we are going to have some platforming action with Gimmick 2 True Ending, unless that incentive gets met during the intermission, in which case we will be upgrading that category to 100%. So please stay right there. We are going to be right back in just a few minutes' time.